Okay, here is a question from Donna. What are some ways to get our ego to chill out before channeling? And what actually defines channeling as channeling? I love this question. Okay, how do we get our ego to chill out? Boy, that's a good one. And I'll tell you what, it is a little bit different for everybody. And I would really encourage you to experiment with a variety of strategies and techniques until you find the ones that reliably work for you. Just because they work once or twice doesn't mean that is the type or the mode that's going to work for you consistently. And also you can rotate through a whole bunch of different modalities, but here are some that I use to get my voice of ego to chill the heck out. One, you've probably guessed it already, is meditation. So before you roll your eyes and say, I'm tired of hearing about meditation, meditation does not have to mean that you are sitting cross-legged, oming your way through to an empty mind. That's never happened to me. Okay. I've never achieved that. There are so many ways to meditate. There's walking meditations. There's meditations in nature. There are meditations listening to music or mantras. There are meditations that you can do with mala beads. There are different postures, yogic postures that you can do with meditations combined, guided meditations. Like it's endless. Just total stillness and peace and quiet. Some people prefer to do that for their meditation. So play around, let yourself really explore what is on the internet, try out a bunch of different meditative techniques and teachers, and see what works for you somewhat reliably, not perfectly, just somewhat reliably. That's a very powerful way to calm the voice of ego, to calm the activation of the ego. Something else you will want to do, I think, because it works really well for me, is to shake. Okay, shake. There is so much that we absorb in our bodies and in our fields in a particular day. So much energy that comes at us, and worries and fears and the mental and emotional states of others we can absorb. There's so much. So if you sometimes I just spend a few minutes shaking. I'll put on some African drum music to really get the beat going, and then I will just shake my whole body. Animals in the wild know to do this. It resets their nervous systems. So that is a really great way to get the ego to chill out, shake or move or stomp, something that's really moving energy out of your body. Another idea for getting the ego to chill out is, if you like this, a cup of tea or a warm beverage. The ritual of making tea or whatever your beverage is can be very soothing. Any ritual can be very soothing. So as you go through the process of getting out your favorite mug, and then selecting from your favorite variety of tea, and then boiling the water, and then steeping the tea bag. And then, this is all, if you can slow down and notice and enjoy that process and that ritual, your ego will have some room to relax. Any type of ritual is good to provide this spaciousness. So those are a few ideas that can get your egoic voice, if it's activated, to relax so that you can engage more in your channeling. And the second part of Donna's question was, what actually defines channeling as channeling? This is how I define channeling. Channeling to me is simply connecting to divine energy and wisdom. And that energy and wisdom is not something that exists outside of us. It is actually something that is within each of us. So when we channel, we're not going out and scanning around for something that exists beyond what our experience is. We are going to that still receptive place within and receiving images. Some people receive images. Some people receive something of a sound or words. Some people receive sensation. There's so many different ways to channel. But that's, let me make sure I answered that right. Yeah, that's how I would define channeling. And of course, there are lots of different people who define it in different ways. This is just how I do. Thank you for your question, Donna. I hope that's been helpful.